This is a brief video tutorial on how to use the Baton Lock and how to troubleshoot some of the challenges that we have with the Baton Lock. The Baton Lock is a combination lock which has 8 different settings for 8 different keys so that a store could change the keying that's being used. The lock then corresponds to a key. On the back of the key, it is stamped up at the top in the plastic a number. That number corresponds to one of the numbers on the lock. Don't get confused by the serial number on the bottom of this key. That only orients the key to the floor. So when you're using this key, the correct way to think about it is that serial numbers to the floor. And as you can see, with key number 1, it will now engage and turn this lock. When the gun shackles arrive from AFI, they will always be set in the 1 position. However, you will also receive 10 keys for the intended keying for your gun shackles. In this example today, we're going to use key number 5. When your gun racks come, key 1 will insert and allow you to withdraw the shackle. Note on the back that this keying will move the cam and allow the shackle to be removed. However, we want to set this to the correct keying. So once again, maintaining the serial number towards the floor, we will insert the master key. The red key is the master key. We will insert this key, and in our example, we will turn that to 2, 3, 4 to key position number 5, and we will remove the master key at that position. Now confirming here that our key number 5 will now engage this lock. Please note very carefully as we go forward that the correct orientation for this lock is that this double notch will always be in the north position. Because as we start to talk about some of the troubleshooting, you will see that the most common mistake that we see is that this key is used and then it's withdrawn at the wrong position. Note that the 2 notches are no longer oriented to the north. That is because this key has been forcefully removed at the wrong position. Now I want to take a moment and show you the difference in these keys. The keys that I'm using for this video have been modified. And note that on a regular key, there is a small nib here up at the top, this locking spline. On the keys that we are modifying this lock with today, I have ground those off. Our hope is that those never exist in the field, and if they do exist in the field, they need to be thrown away, and we can replace those. However, if your associate at the store has broken a lock, and we see that because it's no longer aligned to the north, we know that a key has been withdrawn forcefully at the wrong position. A modified key with no nib on the top will allow us to quickly correct this situation. By inserting, let me take a step back here. Common sense, you would look at this and say, well, I need to fix it with a key number 7. That is not true. We set this lock to key position number 5. You need to use key number 5 to correctly orient this lock. Simply insert it back at the wrong position, index it back to the north, and remove the key. The key number 5 will now function normally. The intent here is always that the key is removed and inserted at the north position. So if we do see this where it is off, we're going to correct that with the correct number key, reorient it to the north. Now there is possibly one challenge beyond that. It may be that after correcting this lock to the correct north, you insert the key and it does not turn left or right. Let's look at another example here of this lock removed. On the back of this Baton Lock is what's called a stop washer. The stop washer has machining that will direct the lock to either be engaged in the clockwise or the counterclockwise position. If this stop washer is on backwards, this key will not turn either direction. However, this is a bigger issue than can be solved from the front. These metal plates will need to be removed, and a technician will need to be working on the back of this lock to switch around this stop washer, and you will need to call AFI and we can help you get that fixed. If you have any further questions at any time, feel free to call Stephen Beauvais, 719-963-2317. I'm the engineering manager, and I think we can get your locks working properly. Thank you.